In this video right here, right now, I'm going to show you exactly how to return something from a function in Python. So this is step by step. I'm going to show you everything. So stick around for the whole video. But first, I wanted to congratulate you for finding this video. I know how good it feels to figure something out when you're coding. You know, I feel like we're all professional Googlers, right? Like you run into a problem, you Google it or YouTube it, figure it out, and then you dance around because you figured it out, and then you're on to the next problem. It's a never-ending game, and that's why I love teaching how to code so much. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to return something from a function. So let's make a function. It's called example, and then let's go ahead and have it. Let's say fun equals I'm having fun, and then let's say that's it. Let's say return fun. Now, in order to actually run this code here, you have to call it, right? So let's say example. Okay, what's going to happen when I run this? It's going to set fun to I'm having fun. Perfect. But what if I go ahead and say fun equals I'm not having fun? And then we go ahead and we print fun. Okay? What do you think it's going to say? Is it going to say I'm having fun or I'm not having fun? Well, let's see. I'm not having fun. How could that be? We set this here to I'm having fun. We returned fun. And a better way to show this example is I'm going to put this up top just to see if it works now. Okay? Because fun equals I'm not having fun, but then I make a function here that says I'm having fun, and then I return fun, and then I call this function here, and then I print fun. It should print I'm having fun, right? I'm not having fun. That's not the case. And the reason is because yes, you have this function, and yes, you typed in return function or return fun, right? You did that, but when you called this, it actually doesn't do anything. It returns fun, but you have to set fun to be this. Does that make any sense? So the reason this happens is because you could have 20 different functions set up, and you might want to just return one variable. What if I had all types of variables? So like sky equals 7, blue equals orange, and so on and so on. You can return all types of different functions here by hitting comma and like that. So now I'll return them all. But what if I go ahead and I click print? Let's print blue. And you can see it doesn't even let me, it says blue's not even defined. But the thing is I returned it here, right? So the reason this doesn't work is because you're not actually setting it outside. Yes, you run this function, but this function doesn't do anything. I mean, it sets all these variables and you return them, but when you're running this print function, you're actually just calling this fun, because example runs, it sets these, it returns them, but it doesn't set them to any variable. So for example, if I want, I'm going to delete this for a second and then I'll get back to it. I'm just going to have a return fun, and I would actually have to reset fun to whatever this example is. And let's get this print out of here. Okay, so now it should work. Fun equals example. So essentially we set fun as I'm not having fun, and then we have this function here that sets fun to I'm having fun, and then now we still call it, but we set fun again to whatever fun returns, this example returns. So return fun, and that will set it to that. So now it should say I'm having fun. Look at that, I'm having fun. Boom, perfect. Okay, now what if we want to return multiple things? I hope that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, please ask the question in the comment section. I, of course, go deeper to this on my other videos in my bootcamp. There's a link to the bootcamp somewhere. I'll show you my other video at the end of this video. Okay, so return fun, sky, and blue. What happens now? Since we're returning 3 things, can I just call fun equals example? Or is it going to return 3 things and not work? Well, let's see. Okay, look at that. It actually returns a tuple of 3 things. I'm having fun because it returned that, fun. It returned 7 because sky equals 7. And it returned orange because blue equals orange. Now, for example, this doesn't have to be called fun. This could be play, and this could be play. I don't want to use the same name because it's a little confusing when trying to teach this. But if I put in play now, what's going to happen? Probably the same thing, right? Because all I did was I changed this name and changed this name. So it should return all 3 of these again. But what if I just want the fun? I want fun to be play. Well, we actually have to call it by its index because remember, it's returning all of this. Right now, that's what's returned. So index 1 is 0, or 0 is I'm having fun, 1 is 7, and 2 is orange. So what I like to do a lot of times is I just go ahead and comment right next to my return function. And I go like this just so I can use it throughout my code. You know, I'm an algo trader, so a lot of my files are hundreds or thousands of lines. So I just say example, and then I know dictionary 0 equals fun, and dictionary 1 equals sky, and dictionary 2 equals blue. I can show you an example of this, and like I have every day I'm working on new algos that are using like hundreds and thousands of lines of code, and then I'll just copy this down to the part I need it, and I can remember, hey, if I want to bring in anything, I just use the dictionary. So play, let's go back to fun just to make it a little easier. Let's call it fun. So fun example, but remember it's printing on all of these. So in order to grab just this one, you have to remember what point in the dictionary it is. So 0 would be fun. So all I have to do is put a 0 there. So example, I want the first thing in example, first thing returned, which is fun, and then print fun. And it should print I'm having fun. Because I am having fun. I have so much fun teaching you this because if this helps you, you can do your little excited dance because you just figured something out, right? So now what if I want to get sky and blue? Well, the same way. Sky equals example. You call that function, and then you actually have to access where it's at. So sky equals 1. And what about blue? Equals example. And then it equals 2, right? And now what if I want to print out all of these in one line? Well, I can use F literal. Fun equals, and let's say sky equals, and blue equals. You see that? I'm teaching you 2 things here at once. So we go ahead and put sky in there. It should print all of these now. F literal, I have a bunch of videos in my bootcamp and of course on my YouTube channel how to use F literal, but I love F literal. It allows you to put the actual variables in your text. But now let's see what happens. If I click print, fun equals I'm having fun, sky equals 7, and blue equals orange. Just like that. So the key to know when you're returning stuff, if it's just like this and you're returning one thing, then you don't need this part. You don't need that part. But if you want to return more than one thing, you have to access by doing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so on. So I always like to put this on the side, and then I just carry this around my code because I might need to access, for example, what is the current price of whatever, or what is the time, what is the epoch time of whatever. Like I have all these functions and I just carry these around and I can access them forever. So once you learn how to use return, you will really escalate your learning. And if you want to learn absolutely everything I know about coding and become a master at coding in Python, join my bootcamp. There's a link somewhere around here. Hit the like button. That's all I ask. Join that bootcamp. And if you're not ready, I'm going to put a video that's going to take you to the next level. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Go ahead and watch that video. I can't wait to talk to you more in that video and teach you more things. This is really exciting for me. I hope you're learning a lot, and I will see you in the video that's on the screen right now.